Good evening, Philippines. This is Mike Padua, and we're back to our latest update on Super Typhoon Henry. And this is for today, Thursday, September 1st, 2022. And this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000 in partnership with Aboitiz Power and Naga College Foundation. Let's begin with our update. Here's the latest fast animation from the University of Wisconsin Tropical Cyclone page, taken from the Himawari 8 satellite loop. As you can see, the storm is moving now more to the south and slowing down, as it is expected to remain quasi-stationary or barely moving within the next 12 to 24 up to 36 hours. And this system will be expected to move again after 36 hours towards the north in the general direction of Yaeyama and Okinawa area. So this system, upon its stationary position, will enhance the southwest monsoon and bring thunderstorms and rainfall across the western sections of Luzon, including Mimaropa and some portions of western Visayas. And as you can see, the circulation of tropical depression Gardo has already been assimilated into the circulation of the much powerful Henry. The remnants of that depression is still somewhere here. As you can see, there's some moat into the northeastern quadrant of Henry. Here's the zoom-in satellite loop from CAMSS. There you go. It's moving now, barely south. And thunderstorms generated by the beginning of the southwest monsoon has begun in some portions of central Luzon. And if we take a look at the fast infrared satellite loop from RAMMB and CIRA, you can clearly see here intense rain bands still persist near the eye, but it's now weakening after reaching a peak or a second peak of 260 kph or 1 minute average of 260 kph with category 5 status. But now it's beginning to weaken a bit down to just a category 4 super typhoon with winds of 250 kph. But this system, based on the forecast, will begin to weaken very slowly as the system encounters upwelling, meaning that the sea surface temperature will become slightly cooler and the cold water from beneath the ocean will start to rise up. That's why it's known as upwelling. So this will trigger some effects on the circulation of the storm as it begins to move slowly towards the north based on the forecast. Here's the zoom-in satellite animation from windy.com. A wide swath of its outer bands is now beginning to affect the Batanes and Babuyan group and some portions of the coastal waters of Cagayan. And some localized thunderstorms can still be observed here over central and the central Luzon, including the western sections where Zambales and some areas of central Luzon are located. And if we now take a look at the latest tracking from Typhoon 2000, this is Storm Watch number 2, which we issued around 2 p.m. this afternoon based on the 11 a.m. position. The system will still move more to the south, but at a lower or at a slower pace, and it will stall there and move quasi-stationary for the next 24 to 36 hours. And in the evening of September 2 or tomorrow evening, the system will start to move slowly towards the north in response to a building high pressure to the right of Henry, since the high pressure to the northwest of this super typhoon will start to weaken because of a deepening or an approaching frontal system that will let this high pressure ridge over China to weaken. And again, the high pressure to the right will be the steering environment of this super typhoon. That's why it is forecast to move towards the north. And if we take a look at the various Asian agencies tracking the storm, they all agree that the system will move towards the north after 24 hours, and we will observe this situation. So right now, the latest on the computer models, they all agree now that the system will track more to the north after remaining stationary within the next 24 hours. Then on the 36 to 48 hour, the system will start to move slowly towards the north, passing over Yaeyama island chain, and it will accelerate and exit the Philippine area of responsibility by Saturday evening, and it will accelerate towards the Korean Peninsula. Now, the track of this system has a similar to a typhoon, which I remember way back in 1989, the same month, September 5 to 15. The name of the typhoon was Sara, okay, with local name Openg. So this is the track. I'm gonna show it to you. So this is Typhoon Sara of 1989, local name Openg, which also have a similar southerly dive, okay, or southerly track, and then also remained quasi-stationary to the east of Cagayan. But this time, this Typhoon Henry, the quasi-stationary scenario will be somewhere here. So the track of Henry is somewhere something like this, okay, and then it will move towards that direction. So it has a similar track based on what I remember way back in 1989. This typhoon Sara, known in the Philippines as Openg, did affect the northern portions of Luzon, particularly Cagayan, but the bulk of the damage and the effects was mainly due to the enhancement of the southwest monsoon. Now here's the satellite picture of Sara, similar, very similar to the picture of typhoon or super typhoon Henry. Okay. Now, since during that time the effects of the Habagat was severe, it generated flash floods and mudslides. Okay, including Baguio City, where it was isolated during that time. And almost the western sections of Luzon was affected by this enhancement of the southwest monsoon. So based on the historical data, we must be prepared. We must be prepared, especially those people living along the western sections of Luzon, from Ilocos Region, Cordillera Administrative Region, as well as the western sections of Central Luzon, for possible rainfall that will be enhanced by this typhoon, especially that the southwest monsoon is forecast to become stronger within the next few days. So please take all necessary precautions, particularly, again, those living in the western sections of Central Luzon, and including the western sections of Northern Luzon, from Ilocos Region down to Mimaropa, because of the possible enhancement of the southwest monsoon. That's why the forecast for the next 3 days, by tomorrow afternoon, here comes now the start of the southwest monsoon. Moderate to heavy rains will be expected, especially on Saturday. There you go, from Ilocos Region down to Occidental Mindoro. So there will be some on and off rainfall with thunderstorms across these areas. And on Friday, still the effects are there. And if we take a look at the rainfall accumulation total forecast for the next 3 days until Sunday, here's the position of the super typhoon, and here's the effects of the Habagat. So as you can see, the Ilocos Region area, Cordillera Administrative Region, western sections of Central Luzon, and also parts of Metro Manila and Occidental Mindoro will be affected by possible rainfall, heavy to intense rainfall. So please take all the necessary precautions this coming weekend. And before we leave you, here's the latest GovSat that we issued this noontime. So there you go. Here's Henry or Hinnamnor, and the remnants of Gardo or TD the Gardo now assimilated into the circulation of this super typhoon. So here's the southwest monsoon at an early stage as of this time, but it will start to enhance by this super typhoon within the next 2 days. especially once it stalls to the east-northeast of Batanes. So that's the latest for this Thursday evening, and we'll return again tomorrow to give you more updates on the weather. From Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua reporting. Stay safe always, be #WeatherWiser, and thank you so much for watching our channel.